building. It's your boy Hollywood Sensei of the Blur Cartel. CEO status, you already know what it is.
You already know this is aka Zell No Bell, you know what I mean? Zell busy, bro. But I'm here. You know what I mean? We're gonna get into this music. We're gonna get we got some I know
shout out to my boy Common, you know what I mean? Let me give you a little time to, you know what I mean, do your thing, bro.
It's your boy the Common, KJN_man.510. That's the Bay. Catch me on University Base. Catch me on What It Sound Like podcast. We get your best reviews and interviews.
That's better than Jill. Up top, better than Jill.
She not. But I respect your confidence for saying that. You know,
I respect your confidence also.
Easily.
Texas, Big Crizzle, better than Chance the Rapper.
What?
You know what I mean?
We was trying to have a good time. Now
y'all heard
I had to throw that.
You trolling.
That's not trolling. That's not a troll. And you. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Hollywood Sensei of the Blur Cartel. You know what I mean? Host of the What It Sound Like podcast. We in the building. You know, it's definitely a little empty. Today. You know what I mean? My boy Common. Shout out to Tapping No Capping. You know what I mean? They are doing an interview today. So, you know, shout out to that. Make sure you check that out. My boy Zell No Bell at work. You know what I mean? And my man Otis Lelouch V, he's somewhere. He's a hard-working man. He's doing something. But I am joined by
Mrs. Sensei.
I mean, y'all know what her name is. You know, it's Lala. It's so random. Make sure y'all follow her on all social media platforms. You know what I mean? But, you know, we back. You know, we were off last week because we was in Texas. You know what I mean? You know, had to hit up that DreamCon. It was lit. You know what I mean? DreamCon was lit. Like, you know, but yeah, we just straight off that DreamCon. Last time y'all saw us, we did the vocalist tournament, you know, final 8. Now we are down to the final 4. We're down to the final 4 people. You know what I mean? And those final 4 people are Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Beyonce, and Luther Vandross. Those are your final 4 left. I mean, that's the 4 left in the vocalist tournament. So we'll be getting to that soon. You know what I mean? Soon we'll be getting to, you know, the finale of that vocalist tournament. It's been a long time coming. You know what I mean? We had 64 entrants. Now we're down to the final 4. So, yeah, I mean, you know, shout out to King Apex. But, you know.
Hi, King Apex.
But, yeah, vocalist tournament round, you know, final 4 championship match.
See a DreamCon.
You know what I mean? We'll have, you know, it's a lot of people that wasn't present at DreamCon that was there, you know, yeah, that's what I said.
Oh.
That were there, but they weren't present. You know what I mean? But you know, it is what it is. I mean, it's a chill day. We chilling in here, about to get this podcast cracking. You know what I mean?
That's my hair back.
You Gucci. But you know, we might be joined by somebody else. I don't know. If not, you know what I mean, we rocking out. You know what I mean? It's probably gonna be a short one today, not as long as y'all used to. But you know, everybody should be back next week, you know, when we do these album reviews. You know what I mean? We got the album reviews coming. We got we're reviewing Lil Uzi, Pink Tape, Travis Scott, Utopia, Coi Leray, Koi, Killer Mike with Michael, and also Gunna, Gift and a Curse. So we'll be reviewing those albums the next time. You know what I mean? You know. Oh yeah, definitely. We will be in the building next year for sure.
Next year.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that's next week, album reviews, and then the week after that, we back into the tournament. You know what I mean? And then season 3 is, and then matter of fact, no, we got album reviews next week, and then I believe the week after that, we got an interview with Roxy Hayes, I believe. So, you know what I mean? You know, there's a lot of interviews coming up in this next season too. Like, you know what I mean, we're gonna be talking to a lot of people y'all know, especially in the Blur space. You know what I mean? You know, but I mean, that's future. But right now, let's get to the nitty gritty of why we're here. You know what I mean? You know, it's crazy. Lizzo. You know what I mean? The whole Lizzo fiasco is going on right now. I don't know why my screen is, we can't even, you can only see me right now, which is crazy. But
No.
yeah, that one don't work either.
That's because it's only one person.
Yeah, but yeah. So Lizzo's being sued. Lizzo's being sued by her former background dancers. I mean, they allege sexual harassment, fat shaming, which is crazy. I mean, especially if it coming from Lizzo. I mean, you don't expect that, but yeah. So we got all that going on right now. You know what I mean? So Lizzo, I don't know, it's not looking too good for you. But, I mean, I got some audio for y'all as well. They of course TMZ.
Those are 3 girls?
Yeah, those are the
I
3 girls.
One was Latino.
Those are the 3 women. I don't know, the shorty on the far left might be the Latino John. I don't know. But yeah. Lizzo being sued. This is what they had to say.
Do it, or was it more, I'm afraid if I don't, I might get fired?
Yeah, I think for both of us, there was like this always looming feeling of thinking that if you didn't do something or you didn't adhere to certain suggestions or demands, that your job could be in jeopardy. I mean, there have been specific instances, for example, whenever we were in contact with our agents and we were trying to negotiate receiving a retainer while we were working with the team, things kind of started being more tense in the work environment, more hostile. So right off the bat, we kind of already felt like the energy was shifting. And after negotiations for retainers began, we got an email before one of the shows, basically from somebody from her management team, saying that the way that we have been acting was unprofessional and the attitudes that we were exhibiting on the job was unacceptable, and that it could be grounds for termination. And that's just one specific instance that we went through in regards to working with the team.
There is so many instances where dancers who did, have fun with her and, go along with like what she was doing and, be down for anything, that they were favored, they were hired for more shows, they were invited on, like private jets and to do cool things and, could hang out with her in like tropical settings like Hawaii and stuff like that. Some of our coworkers, it's just like there was no line between professionalism and personal. And so we had in our minds that if we weren't, down for anything, that we would then be ostracized later. It was this unspoken thing in the camp that if you weren't super fun, like if you like skipped out on all of the like outings and all that stuff, that you wouldn't be seen in good favor from Lizzo, and that you would then not be considered like one of the people that is like cool and down for anything, and then therefore not be booked for as many jobs.
You
all right, so I mean, that's that's a whole thing right there. It was a whole interview on TMZ. I'm not going to play the whole interview. You could go check it out yourself. It's on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, whatever media outlet you on. Like, you could see it. But so basically, they were saying, if they weren't with all of Lizzo's extracurricular activities, that they would kind of be ostracized. Like you could feel the energy. You weren't accepted. You don't belong. I guess one of those extracurricular activities had something to do with this whole bananas and prostitutes thing. I don't know what's going on with Lizzo. Like with the Banana Gate, definitely. I don't know what's going on. What do you think is like?
I feel like there's several things going on here, and it's definitely some layers to it, because like every single day more and more information is coming out. Like they had one of the girls who interviewed from being on the she was on the first show and she auditioned to be on the second show. And then like it's like, yo, if you were being treated so poorly, why would you go out for the second show? I think this is a classic case of your coworkers are not your friends and your boss is not your friend. And I don't think it should be like necessarily like a sexual harassment suit so much as a wrongful termination or some type of favoritism. Like you could call it that. Like they literally said out their mouths that they felt like they wasn't gonna, that the other girls who did participate got preferential treatment. Like
Yeah, wrongful termination definitely. If they were being terminated because they didn't want to, participate in whatever was going on off tour, like I mean, I feel like that's definitely wrongful termination because it's like I don't have to socialize with y'all. I'm here to do a job. I'm doing my job. I've done my job. Let me go decompress. Let me be a recluse if I want to. If I want to go chill in my hotel, if I want to just be by myself after this is all over, that should be fine. Like, I mean, I shouldn't be losing my job because of that. Now, the whole sexual harassment thing, I don't like. I'm gonna need more details on that. Like, I mean, I need more specifics on what actually was going down.
But that's the thing about sexual harassment in the workplace. It's such a broad term. You can file sexual harassment just from two of your coworkers talking about sex, and that conversation doesn't even have to include you. It could be you were present while two other people were talking about sex, and then all of a sudden you can file a sexual harassment claim for that. No. It's not victim shaming. Victim shaming would be me saying, "You's a grown ass woman. You didn't have to go eat no banana and nobody pussy if you didn't want to." That's victim shaming.
Now Lizzo, she has, of course, come out and said, "Listen, man, ain't none of this shit true." Like, I mean, I'm gonna try to put it up on here on the screen, see if y'all can read it. But if I'll read it for y'all. You know what I mean? These last few days have been gut-wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness have been questioned. My character has been criticized. Usually, I choose not to respond to false allegations, but these are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. As an artist, I have always been very passionate about what I do. I take my music and my performances seriously because at the end of the day, I only want to put on the best art that represents me and my fans. With passion comes hard work and high standards. Sometimes I have to make hard decisions, but it's never my intention to make anyone feel uncomfortable or like they aren't valued as an important part of the team. I am not here to be looked at as a victim, but also, I know that I am not the villain that people in the media have portrayed me to be these last few days. I am very open with my sexuality and expressing myself, but I cannot accept or allow people to use that openness to make me out to be something I am not. There is nothing I take more seriously than the respect we deserve as women in the world. I know what it feels like to be body shamed on a daily basis and will absolutely never criticize or terminate an employee because of their weight. I am hurt, but I will not let the good work I've done in the world be overshadowed by this. I want to thank everyone who has reached out in support to lift me up during this difficult time. So, I mean, that was Lizzo's statement. I mean, is that coming from her herself, or does she just have a legit PR team, I mean, that wrote that whole statement for her? I mean, what do we think?
Oh, I mean, it could have been her.
It probably was her, low key.
See, that's the thing. There are so many people who already believe it because there's so many people who have already been on the Lizzo hate train, and everybody's like, believe all women. And it's like, is Lizzo not a woman? Like, we're not supposed to believe her if she says she didn't do it?
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, when do you believe all women? When do you cross that line? Like, I mean, when is it like not believe? You know what I mean? Because all is more is women in this whole situation. Is Lizzo and it's the accuser. So which side are you on? Are you on Lizzo's side or you on the accuser side? Like, I mean, now I know that we've all heard the stories within Hollywood, celebrities, the music,
Hollywood is a weird motherfucking place.
The music industry, the
people
acting
put
industry,
up with and deal with a lot of shit
yeah,
just to get by. Is this the one thing that's actually gonna get Lizzo canceled though?
I mean, I just feel like if this comes out to be, I don't know, because right now we live in a time where people can get on camera and say anything they want and lie. You know what I mean? We've seen Jussie Smollett lie on live TV in front of us. We just had the whole Carly Russell thing. She lied, had the whole nation looking for her, and she was just out trying to get some dick. You know what I mean? So, listen, I don't know. Was Lizzo paying these girls and the check stopped and now they mad? You know what I mean? Like, I don't listen. I am a fan of Lizzo. I've always been a fan of Lizzo from when she first started. I mean, I was a big fan. You know what I mean? And until, you know, everything is proven true, I'm still gonna be a fan. I mean, I'm also a person that also can separate the art from the artist. You know what I mean? You know, I can do that. You know, that because a lot of people, y'all can go and say whatever you want about Lizzo. I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, but it's still people out there, y'all still listen to R. Kelly. I mean, regardless of what he did, you're still listening to him. It's people that still listen to Elvis, regardless of what he did. I'm just saying. So, you know what I mean? Before we go ahead and say, oh, let's cancel Lizzo, let's fuck all her streams up and all this, let's get all the facts first, because we do live in an era of clout chasing where people lie in front of the camera just to get their views, just to get their follower count up, just to get a check. You know what I mean? Now, am I saying these women are lying? That's not. Allegedly, they could be. And they could be telling the truth. For all I know, I don't know Lizzo personally. I never met this woman a day in my life. She could be the most sick, twisted individual in the world. You know what I mean? I don't know that because I have not met this woman. You know what I mean? Me and her have not been in a room for 5 minutes, so I don't know her vibe. I don't know how she gets down. But I also know that people lie and they, you know, come up with stories for the fuck of it. So, you know, I'm just gonna wait till all the facts come out.
So what did you feel about the former director of Lizzo's documentary coming forth and saying that she believed all of these women because of her experience with Lizzo?
And yes, director Sophia Allison, you know, dropped out of Lizzo's documentary, says she has built her brand off of lies through a curated facade. She is a narcissistic bully and has built her brand off lies. I was excited to support and protect a Black woman through the documentary process, but quickly learned her image and message was a curated facade. So, you know what I mean? I know one thing I do know is that women stick together. That's one thing I do know, that, you know, women stick together, especially Black women, because, you know, they are the most attacked species on earth, to be honest. You know what I mean? We know Black men, we know that, but Black women. You know what I mean? And then you got other Black women, and this Black woman herself saying, listen, I mean, this woman ain't really who y'all think she is. Like, so I don't know. Like,
Black women protect Black women unless they got beef.
Yeah, true. I mean, now, I don't know how much weight or validity that her statement holds, but I'm going to pay attention to it. She
also went on to shame the fact that Lizzo ended up replacing her with a white male director to finish the documentary.
Not a white woman. Well, you know, we know how America works. If a white woman come out and say Lizzo was fat shaming her and doing all this other stuff, then,
I think the craziest part of the whole situation are like fans or former fans or haters going up to the other girls who are known dancers or who have worked with Lizzo previously, harassing them on social media, trying to get them to make a statement. And they're like, all of them are hush hush about it. None of them are saying, yes, it happened. None of them are saying, no, it happened. But, like, do we feel like they're all still under NDAs?
Right. They might be. You know what I mean? They might be. I just feel like this whole situation is bananas. Like, you know what I mean? I was not expecting this, but also Lizzo is being represented by the Hollywood lawyer Marty Singer. You know what I mean? He is also represented clients as such as Bill Cosby, Johnny Depp, Charlie Sheen, Chris Brown, Brett Ratner, and currently Jonah Hill. So, you know what I mean? That's a who's who of people that he's represented. You know what I mean? We
These
know,
motherfuckers got bad press.
right? You know what I mean?
These are some motherfuckers with some really bad press.
Right. Like,
that wouldn't be the lawyer I want.
right. We know what Cosby got into. Johnny Depp, you know what I mean, we know Amber Heard was frauding. So, you know what I mean, Charlie Sheen.
It wasn't that she was frauding, they was just both equally responsible for the bullshit.
Yeah. Chris Brown, we know what Breezy did. I mean, and you know.
Like, I mean, yeah, she was frauding,
but I feel like this might be, as BMT said, you know what I mean, she'll probably do a settlement just like any other, you know, I feel like I would not be surprised if this is a money grab, because a lot of things.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if there was a settlement, but I would actually be shocked if it went to court.
Like, I don't know, man. We're gonna be reporting on the situation more and more throughout, as you know, we get more details of things that's happening. But as of now, we got, you know, word from the accusers. We saw them on TMZ. We got Lizzo's statement. Now we just, you know, it's a waiting game to see who's really telling the truth. Like, I mean, I don't know, because of all the shit that, like, I'm online. I'm in comment sections, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, whatever. I'm in comment sections. I see what people say about Lizzo. You know what I mean? Like, the way they talk about this woman, you would think, you know what I mean, she did something horrible to these niggas. Like, you know what I mean, she cut them off in traffic or something, or something. I don't know. Like, you know, she abused them as a child. I don't know. The way people be talking about this lady and they never met her before in their life, been fat shaming her since what's the song, Truth Hurts came out. You know what I mean? And, you know, just for her to be fat shaming, that's real, the oxymoronic for me. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. But speaking of, you know, more legal stuff, you know what I mean, things of that nature. Over the weekend, I don't have a video footage, but we all seen the video. You know what I mean? We seen it happen. We seen it live. A woman, Cardi B, was performing, and a woman decided, you know, I'm going to throw my drink on Cardi. You know what I mean? You know, I'm going to just go ahead and toss my drink on it. So Cardi retaliated and threw the microphone at her. So now the said woman involved is pressed charges or whatever, and Cardi is now a suspect for battery after the mic toss in Vegas.
Not a suspect, like we didn't see her do it.
Like, the video footage is out there. We seen this woman literally, you know, she was the aggressor first. Cardi's performing, she's minding her business, not even worried about this lady. And what she does, tosses a drink on her. You know what I mean? So
celebrities need to start suing regular ass people.
Yeah, they should.
That's how I feel. Because it's not just that you're suing Cardi B for battery, but you assaulted her. So she should be able to sue you for assault.
Right.
Like, let's start holding these regular ass people accountable. Like, I heard one time that there was a car accident that included like one of the Kardashians or one of the Jenners, and they weren't the ones who caused the accident at all, but the person who got hurt in the accident decided to sue them instead of the person who caused the accident.
Because the Jenner Kardashians got money and they got a name, so I'm gonna sue you because I know you got bread. But you also should realize that people that have way more money than you have better lawyers than you have. So, I mean, we just know, listen, I'm going to say it. The nut ass John that threw the drink on Cardi, you're not about to get nothing. Like, I mean, you might as well drop the charges. The video is out there. It's been played everywhere. We seen you throw the drink on her. Like,
and then we've seen her profusely apologize right after. Like, why, like as if she didn't mean to throw it.
You knew what you was doing. You knew who you were aiming for. You knew who was on stage. You knew what you wanted to do, and you did it.
You're an adult.
You know what I mean? So whatever court, whatever judge is handling this situation, just throw that shit out because it's no validity to this. We seen his video evidence. You were the first person that acted. You threw the drink on this lady, and you got what was coming to you. You know what I mean? You fuck around, and you find out, and you found out by getting a mic tossed at you. So, you know what I mean? Let's just be a note to everybody out there. Stop thinking because you're a regular person, you can do whatever you want to these celebrities. At the end of the day, they are humans too. They just have more followers and more money than you. That's it. But they still bleed just like you do, and they still throw punches just like you do. So, you know what I mean? Just find out. I just know for me, if I ever get in that space and you run up on me and you try and do something dumb, just know you're probably going to leave more injured than you were. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, if you walked up to me and you didn't have a black eye or a busted lip or you wasn't fucked up and you do something dumb after you walk off, you're going to have that. Like, it's going to happen to you.
You're going to leave with a gift.
I mean, that's what you wanted from me, so that's what you're going to get. Like, you know, stop acting like you can't be touched because these people are celebrities. Like, you can get your ass whooped regardless. Like,
and even if it ain't the celebrity doing it, like
that security
will
reason. Fuck you up.
Not to mention other fans. Other fans, they be riding hard for the people that they fan over. So
listen, try that with Beyonce and see what the Beehive do to you. You know what I mean? See what the Beehive do to you. You know what I mean? But
we're gonna talk about what's the name?
Yeah, you don't
Swarm.
Listen, you don't want that. You don't want those swarm problems. You know
What's
what
her name again?
I mean, was it D?
The D?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I ain't watched the show in a minute. But, yeah, man. You know, you don't want them swarm problems. You know what I mean? Y'all better fuck with Niger. I'll tell you that. You know what I mean?
Niger the greatest. She got like 67 Grammys.
Yeah, it's Dre. Her name was Dre. But yeah, you don't want Dre to run down on you. But yeah, so Lizzo, Cardi, both facing some legal. Of course, Lizzo's is more pressing and more alarming than Cardi is right now because there's multiple accusers for Lizzo. You know what I mean? But, you know, like I said, we'll be reporting more on that, you know, giving more opinions on that situation when more details come out. As right now, it's just he said, she said, back and forth between the accusers and Lizzo's camp. So, or Lizzo herself, because she released the statement. But she already hired the lawyer. She's ready. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? If this gets taken to trial, you know, or if they just settle out and, you know, we just move on like nothing happened. You know what I mean? But
so if they settle, do you feel like she did it?
I always said if somebody settles, to me, you're hinting at some sort of guiltiness. Like the whole situation, I know this has nothing to do with music, but the football player Deshaun Watson, accused by 50 plus women, you know what I mean, of being, you know, a creep at a massage parlor. You know what I mean, you know, he go in for a massage, and the next thing you know, he's asking a woman, yo, I need a handy. So, I mean, he was getting his rub and tug on at these massage parlors. Now,
were they rub and tug parlors?
No. He was hiring, they're not even massage parlors. He was hiring massage therapists to give him massages. And he was just, you know, he'd just take his towel off and be like, man, you know, go ahead. But my point is, a lot of people were saying he innocent. He didn't do anything wrong, blah, blah, blah. And my thing is, if you were innocent, you wouldn't have paid none of these women anything to go away if you didn't do anything.
But sometimes you do. It's caught. Just like,
no.
It's bad press.
No.
It draws out longer.
I'll take the bad press. I'm not giving you my money for something I didn't do. Like
when you have a certain amount of money, it kind of don't.
Nah.
Like people quietly settle all the time before stuff hits the media.
I'm different. You ain't getting none of my bread because if I ain't do shit
Why
to
you not here?
If I ain't do shit to you, you ain't getting nothing from me. Like, you know what I mean? I just feel like you settling, you admitting to some type of guilt. Like, you know you did something. You know what I mean? So that's just me. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? But what's going on, Tapping No Cabin? Shout out to Con, man.
I feel like
You know what I mean?
closed mouth don't get fed. He probably asked somebody who said yes, and then he asked somebody who was not with the shit, and that's how he got.
I'm just
in
saying,
trouble.
50 plus, not 5 women, not 10, 50. 50 Jones was like, yo, this nigga, when he take that towel off, he's something, you know what I mean? He be drunk.
Yeah, but
Like,
out of those 50 women, how many of them actually took the extra money and just did
I mean, now, listen, it could have been at least 10, 15 of them that was like, fuck it, it's Deshaun Watson.
And then when they had the class action, because like 50 is that, or do you need 100 for class action? But like at a certain point, it's like, oh yeah, girl, he did that to me too. Let's get this money.
I don't know, but Lizzo, hopefully, you know, if you do settle, I don't know, her career might be. I don't know if you're gonna be going on any more tours after this one, you know. But then again, if Chris Brown can come back, Lizzo can come back. You know what I mean? That's all I'm
She's
saying.
not leaving.
Niggas still listen to R. Kelly. I mean, y'all still stepping
Right,
in the name
y'all
of
took
love.
forever to fucking cancel R. Kelly, but y'all couldn't wait to cancel Lizzo.
Right. Y'all still out there stepping in the name of love, so I'm not trying to hear anything that y'all really talking about.
I am not, absolutely
A
not.
lot of y'all niggas are still believing you can fly. You know what I mean? Still, you know, remixing Ignition. You know what I mean? Just keep it a buck.
You doing a lot of name dropping.
You know what I mean? A lot of y'all still listening to 12 play. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Alley Cat. You know what I mean?
Manners.
You know what I mean?
Manners.
But I had some other news for my hip hop heads. You know what I mean? My boy AZ, you know, shout out to AZ, shout out to Queens. You know what I mean? But AZ's dropping a new album. You know what I mean? The album is on the way. You know what I mean? I think he dropped the joint last year or like at least 2 years ago. And it was fire. Like, listen, once you got bars, it never goes away. You know what I mean? AZ's still dropping fire projects. So Nas came out with a joint this year, so it's only right. You know what I mean? AZ give us another joint. You know what I mean? So, you know, shout out to AZ. You know, make sure y'all check that out for my hip hop heads. You know what I mean? You never know. We might review it. Probably not, but we might. You know what I mean? And, you know, there's a few more things, and then we get up out of here. You know, it's not really a super long episode, like I said, but I just wanted to, folks that's watching, you can answer this too. You know what I mean? But, you know, so one of these in all of their music, you know what I mean? So Ice Cube, Biggie, Snoop, Pop, Dre, Eazy-E, Eminem. You know what I mean? I don't know why they couldn't have just had another black person. Could have just, could have been Nas or somebody. But I'm going to keep it a buck. You know, that my answer will always be the white boy, but I'm gonna go easy on this one. You know what I mean? I'll be okay without Easy. Like, I mean, there are some Eminem tracks that I do fuck with, so you know, I'll be alright without Easy. Shout out to Dark Tuniverse. Make sure y'all follow on YouTube and TikTok. Yeah, I would get rid of Easy.
But easily? When there's a white man right there?
Pun intended. Easily. Pun intended. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I don't listen to quite a few of these people, so.
I mean, we know nobody's getting rid of Tupac, so.
I mean, I would say the person who's for sure gonna stay is Snoop.
Well, for me, as an East Coast nigga, Biggie is definitely not going nowhere.
I mean, yeah, what, 2 albums?
It don't matter.
He already out of here.
I mean, so is Tupac. At least 3 of these people are already gone. So, you know what I mean? 3 of these niggas is already left.
I know.
I mean, 3 of them is already technically, you know what I mean? Definitely
Not clean up my closet. I ain't even like that one.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I ain't hear one Eazy-E song better than Lose Yourself.
Which one? I don't know.
You know what I mean? So
I don't be knowing all that music.
but yeah, Eazy-E can skate. I mean, I guess Lala's saying the white boy can go, which is fine.
Because why would I get rid of a black man?
I mean,
Unless it was Kelly R.
Robert Kelly.
Don't say that.
Robert.
It's Kelly R.
All right, so for the R&B heads, for the mature crowd, what song you picking? So you got Marion Music, If You Leave, Kiki and Avant, My First Love, Deborah Cox and RL, We Can't Be Friends, and then Lauryn Hill and D'Angelo, Nothing Even Matters.
They fucked me on this one.
So which song? You only can pick one. For me, I already know it's definitely Nothing Even Matters. I love all 4 of these songs, but if I had a playlist and all 4 of these songs are lined up, I'm going to listen to Nothing Even Matters first.
Like,
so
I'm gonna pick Nothing Even Matters, but it's not even easy because My First Love, like that song had me in a chokehold. Like, but I still listen to Nothing Even Matters, like to this day.
And also, I just want to say,
in my current rotation at all times, Lauryn Hill. But that you'll always be my first love, come on.
I just want to say that we at the What It Sound Like podcast, I am disappointed because for some reason y'all voted out Kiki Wyatt when we was doing the selection process for vocalists, which is insane because
the catalog.
I mean, she sings better than every woman in this picture. And then Deborah Cox also was not in the tournament as well. So, I mean, she's better vocally than Mary J. Blige, who was in the tournament. And Kiki Wyatt, as I said, can outsing every woman in this photo. And she was not in the tournament. So, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? But Dark Universe is going with My First Love. You know what I mean?
It's dirty.
I mean, Monray, shout out to Monray Hudson. He going with We Can't Be Friends. I mean, listen, I don't think there's no wrong choice here because all 4 of these joints is bangers. You know what I mean? But I'm just going with Nothing Even Matters because that's the song I'm going to play first for sure. Like, I'm going to tap on that. My Spotify, that song is getting pressed first. You know what I mean? That's just,
man.
You know what I mean? That song's getting tapped.
You telling me.
You know what I mean? Listen, man, you gotta know what to play when you trying, you know what I mean? Like, you know. But you know, let me go to the next one. So for my hip hop heads again, you know what I mean? What's the best storytelling song? Picture. So you got the Art of Storytelling with Outkast and Slick Rick, Regulate, Warren G and Nate Dogg, Today Was a Good Day, Ice Cube, and Biggie with I Got a Story to Tell.
Wait, it's the Art of Storytelling part what?
Part 1.
You said that's Today Was a Good Day?
Yep, Today Was a Good Day.
I feel like because I'm from LA, I gotta choose that one.
You gotta choose?
I feel like I gotta represent my city.
Listen, shout out to Lelouch V pulling up. You know what I mean? What's going on with you, brother?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
How you guys doing?
You know. But so which song would you say is the best storytelling genre? For me, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I got all these songs in my playlist, which is Vintage Era on my Spotify. And storytelling, like just the best story, the story that had me like, I gotta go Biggie. You know what I mean? Because it was the best. Is it the best song? Out of the bunch, no. But story is the best story.
Wait, which
So
one? That Warren G. Regular, which one song is that? 'Cause I think that one might be my other one.
that's the how that shit. It was
Regulate.
yeah, regulators. It was a cool.
Oh man. Okay. Damn.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, I can't help but to go with Q for this. I mean, like I'm a fan of the other songs, and I do think that they all tell great stories. But like, Today is a Good Day is one that I'll just randomly just play for no reason. I can't say I'm gonna go to do that as much with the other.
You know what's missing? The greatest storytelling songs of all time.
What is that?
Uh,
Don't wait in it. What's his name? Is it Sleeper?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
it, I
I
think it's
children's
mean,
called
story.
Children's Story.
Yeah.
That shit. That's the
I
one.
mean, I love that song, but I've heard way better stories told on
the
wax.
Art of Peer Pressure is one of my all-time favorite stories.
Right. And I thought Slick
From
Rick that was a
Kendrick.
fire drum, but
Nah.
I've
Okay.
I've heard a way better story.
Way better.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's nostalgic because, like, I remember being a little girl and I used to know all the words. Like, I didn't even know what rap or hip hop was, but I knew I liked that song. Oh, this is
Uh,
great. Comment still not here.
Maybe the Straight Backs.
Shout out to Conman, not here. You know what I mean? Shout out to Zell Nobel, not here. The third week in a row.
Did I miss the Lizzo talk already?
Uh, no, you can
You can chime in
you
whenever
can
you
actually
want.
chime in. You know what I mean? Let us know your opinion on this whole Lizzo situation. How do you?
It's a little shocking, honestly. I thought that like her whole image was built on being inclusive and body positive. So like if the allegations are real, that's kind of really damning to her brand.
So do you
But I
think?
mean,
I'm laughing at comment.
Do you think? Because my whole thing is, I feel like we've seen a lot of people lie on camera these past couple years, just flat out lie. So like,
mhm.
is like, what percentage you think like this just all just a money grab? Yeah, I mean, they just like
I mean, he might believe them
I
unequivocally.
th- no, I think that there's a very strong chance of it being just like a cash grab, just because like it wouldn't make sense. Like that's so like because again, like it would be so opposite of her brand that she's built. Like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to be, secretly body shaming just because of how easy that information can get out. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
that's nothing. That's literally nothing to do exactly what's happening right now. Like the process of making that happen is so easy. You start spreading the rumor the way the internet works, you can get around anywhere immediately. But like if she like I just don't believe anyone's that stupid with their brand to make it as far as she has so far. Like if she really is and she's pushing that those beliefs and holding that standard on her dancers, that's insane.
I
But
ain't
yeah,
that,
I just don't see that being real. I
that's
don't.
how
If it
like
is, it's
that's
just
how I feel
crazy.
because like I feel like if you were trying to tarnish somebody's brand, what would be the worst thing that could tarnish any person's particular brand? Like everyone knows sexual harassment. And if you have somebody who made their whole entire brand off of body positivity and body inclusiveness, I mean, she has a whole freaking giddy line that is just
Hmm.
for that as well. Like, and that would be something that you would target. Like it'd be different if like say she was maybe 100 pounds lighter, like she started off big and got small, and then they say that she said this, then I'd be like, damn, she switched up. I would probably be more inclined to believe it. But
It's just like
I don't know.
this is like that particular thing, I don't think there's anything that she could do that would be more damaging to her brand specifically than to be body shaming. So I mean, I truly hope that it's fake. Because if it's not, then good luck.
So I want to get your opinion on this statement right here. It was by a director who was working on one of her on the Lizzo documentary. So she,
Mhm.
you know, basically said like she's a narcissistic bully that curated a facade. Her whole image is a facade. You know what I mean? Do we do we find any validity in this statement right here? She, you know what I mean, or is this just a scorned person that, you know, her in a business relationship with Lizzo didn't work out, so she just capitalizing on the bad press.
I mean, it honestly could be either way. Like, it could be like, oh, this rumor came out. I'm really upset with Lizzo, so I'm gonna put out something to follow that. Or it could be, the actual factual thing where she's, doing exactly what she's saying, putting on a facade, and in reality, she just did what she did to get the money. I mean, it's hard to know in this day and age, just because like people do legit build like full on personas when it comes to how they interact online and in the public. So I mean that's not necessarily something new to this age, but it's amplified more just because of the internet. But I just if it's true, then good luck. Like her brand is done. Like
And I really particularly hate the whole dog piling that that's going on, because you stepped away from the documentary, and if these are the reasons why you did that, why wait till now to
mhm.
voice that? Because it's a form of dog piling. You don't like this person, you felt this way about her, and you legit said nothing until this moment.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of factors that could go into it. I don't know if it was something contractual that finally expired sometime around this, or if it was just really her just waiting for the most opportune time to get the most attention on it. Because I mean, a lot of times if you put something like this out, if you don't have multiple sources citing it, it'll just get rolled off as tabloid nonsense, and people will keep moving. But I
Because
mean,
like
so
I'm thinking about
go ahead.
like Jonah Hill's situation. Now, do we think he's a dog or whatever for whatever he went through with his ex-girlfriend? Sure. But she said that she waited until he was in another relationship and had his baby to decide, oh, I want to ruin his career.
Mhm.
Like you had the gun loaded, you had the bullets in the chamber, and you said, you know what, I'm gonna wait to drop this. Even if it's true, why wait?
What?
Mhm.
Oh man, all this seems like for me, it just all seems out of nowhere. Like this whole,
It very much so
like this is
is.
the most
I
random
did not
shit.
have this on my August bingo card at all.
Right. I was not expecting fat shaming from Lizzo. Like I mean, that's I don't know,
I
But
mean,
But was she fat shaming or just body shaming?
no, they said she was fat shaming. She told them girls, I mean, y'all fat as hell. Y'all can't be up here.
Because somebody said it was because they couldn't fit their costumes no more.
Yeah, and Lizzo was like, yo, fuck y'all. I mean, y'all eating a little too much. Y'all better get it together. Shit. I mean, y'all a little too fat.
That's crazy that we would call that fat shaming, but if these were normal sized women who were eating too much and they couldn't fit in their costume, and somebody told them, hey, I'm sorry, we got to take you off the tour. You can't fit in your costume. You can't perform.
I just feel like I don't know. To me, it feel like a whole load of malarkey because like you, almost all of Lizzo's background dancers is like plus size women. So it's like why now all of a sudden she like no y'all too
mm,
fat like huh? It just smells.
I mean, she big herself too. Like,
Right.
Right.
I mean,
That's what I
they
said.
say
Like,
I mean, they say if it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. But this feel like a mongoose right now. I don't know, like
I mean, we'll take a look at Monique, who built her brand off of being a big woman and constantly, I guess, body shame skinny women.
right.
You know, and she would call other big women fat all the time.
Yeah. I don't know. But last question before we move on. Do you feel like if this whole situation comes out to be true, like, can Lizzo ever bounce back?
nah, it's done. It's over with. Like, 'cause who's her fan base gonna be?
I mean, this is the one thing that would really upset her fan base.
Right.
Like, I feel like her fan base would stick to her with a lot of shit, but this right here, that's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's disgusting. It's very, very tragic and disappointing as a fan. Like,
all right. The last joint I wanted to tap into before we left is I'm gonna just put it on the screen. All right, so who are two very different artists who explain your taste in music? You know what I mean? So two very different artists that explain your taste in music.
Two very different artists.
For me, I'll start. Two very different artists that explain my taste in music: Future, Harry Styles.
I love how you keep walking my face.
Future and Harry Styles. How you still rocking with King Petty? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, bro. You already know Future's that guy. I've been saying for years. Had the best verse on King's Dead. You know what I mean?
Utterly ridiculous.
You know I'm gonna stay on that hill till I die. You know what I mean? You know, it's Hendrix. Like, you know what I mean? He's that guy. He don't drop nothing but bangers. You know what I mean? Nothing but bangers. I haven't heard one Future song where I was like, yeah, nah, this ain't it.
I have.
Me personally.
Several.
Other people, I mean, I'll let y'all live with y'all opinion. I'm good. Like, it's not going to never affect mine. Like,
yeah,
Future Harry Styles for me.
Well, there's so many different ways I can go with this. What do you think? You first, Lala.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
See, I like to say that I have very eclectic taste in music because I'm pretty much good with anything except for heavy metal and I don't know, just there's got to be something else that I like.
I actually like heavy metal, but like I won't touch country to say nobody's like.
See, I like certain country songs. See, like I'll listen to a certain country music, certain bluegrass or folk music like that. It doesn't bother me. I don't like when they're like really like screaming in the microphone and I can't hear the words. I don't really care for that, and I don't really care for like reggae. But I do like
what
is it? Dancehall? That's what it's called.
Yeah, dancehall, but not liking reggae and liking dancehall. It's crazy. Like,
I didn't even know there was a difference. I thought I didn't like none of it.
They go hand in hand.
I thought I didn't like none of it. Like, I remember liking Sean Paul, but not liking other, and I was like, oh, I must only like him because he's like, commercialized in America. But like, I can't dance to it. I don't really like it. But I would say
it's interesting.
I'm gonna say like SZA and like somebody very, very different, like Fall Out Boy. I don't know.
Yeah, another Chicago native band there. Big fan of Fall Out Boy. That's actually what I was going to put in mind. I was going to do Fall Out Boy to Kanye. But
see, and then that's the other thing. I feel like if I just say SZA
I mean, Chief Keef and Saucy Santana is crazy.
So many people. Like, I love J. Cole. Like, I love Ed Sheeran. Like,
I'm not a fan of Ed Sheeran. I don't dislike his music.
I fell in love with Ed Sheeran before he was huge.
I'm not too crazy. I remember
my first time seeing Ed Sheeran. It was like this very small, little performance. It was like I think either his first or second trip ever coming to the States. And he had a show, and I went and saw it, and it was amazing. And then the next time I saw him, he was at a slightly bigger venue. And then the third time I saw him, he was at the Staples Center, which is now the Crypto Arena. And it was just like, I love Ed Sheeran.
See, that was me with the Weeknd. Listen, was out here when he first did like House of Balloons. Well, in Chicago when he first did House of Balloons.
That first time I ever saw Leo perform was in a shopping mall.
Really?
Yes.
Rest in peace, malls. Those are kind of
He
dead
was
now.
performing in a shopping mall, and he was giving away copies of his CDs, and he was asking people, "Oh, like if you can name what track number this song is, you get this CD." Like I was like, "Oh, pick me!" Like he picked like 3 people who didn't know before he got to a person who knew it. I was so mad. Like if he would have just chose me, but I did end up getting an autograph signed CD from him because I purchased his first CD like 3 times. Like I've seen that man in concert like 3-4 times.
Why the first CD 3 times?
The first time I had to replace it because it got scratched. The second time I replaced it because someone stole my Walkman and it had that CD in it. Like, and then the third time I just bought 2, and one was for me to play, and the other one was to remain in the case until I met him and was able to get it signed, and I did get it signed. So I guess I bought it 4 times.
Shout out to me.
After that, I burned CDs. Don't come for me.
Listen, shout out to the king of R&B, Ice JJ Fish.
Oh no!
But
whoa,
before
another Chicagoland native.
I got another podcast I gotta be on. I mean, but Otis, who's your 2?
Yeah, Fall Out Boy to Kanye. Gotta give it to the Chicago people.
All of American Regions, Paramore, Evanescence.
Shout out to Kanye. I mean, Fall Out Boy. But all right, so
Lupe Fiasco.
Lupe definitely.
I saw Lupe live. I saw J. Cole.
He was out here like 3 weeks ago.
I love Lupe, man.
Facts. Cardi is. I mean, I'm gonna just keep it a being. She is the future queen. We all know who the future king is. I don't even gotta say his name. But it's Drake.
Who is the future king?
It's Drake. You know
not Lil Wayne?
No, it's Drake. Drake is the future king. Anything Drake is on, anything he touched.
Not the queen?
No, it's Cardi. On features, it's Cardi.
Was she used to be queen?
I mean, because she was the only other woman rapping. So, I mean, the only
so was Weezy the king?
I mean,
Wayne was the feature king. He was on everybody's track.
It was.
I might be outdated, but I know these people.
Yeah,
they had the title at some point.
Currently, it's Drake.
You saying Drake dethroned?
I feel like Luda was a sneaker, like a sneak holder of the title, but that's it.
Yeah, Luda on features is nobody's really calling Wayne for features right now. I mean,
not right now, but that doesn't mean he didn't submit.
Yeah, but he's not the feature king as currently as Drake.
That's like
that's Drake.
Like, Michael Jackson not the king of pop.
He's not. He's dead. I mean, that title is either retired or it belongs to someone else.
That's crazy.
It's no longer Michael Jackson.
Who's the king of pop?
I mean, it's not Michael Jackson. He ain't performing no time soon.
That's so crazy.
Is it Harry Styles?
It might be Harry. You know what I mean? It might be, or it might be The Weeknd. He just passed Michael Jackson for the highest selling tour by black.
Ain't nobody crying at no Weeknd concert.
You know what I mean? So The Weeknd might. I'm just
Weeknd concerts be fire. I love seeing the Weeknd concert. People, those go crazy.
I agree with Charlie. He's been giving a lot of up and coming artist features, but they have been mid. Like the last one of the best feature verses I heard Wayne recently was on I think it was on Corday's album with the joint Sinister. Like his verse on there was perfect.
I
You know what I
don't
mean?
know. I don't be
Like
following this.
that joint was perfect. That was like, but right now, currently, the feature king is Drake. Like nobody, if you want your song to be a hit, you know who to call.
Yeah,
You call Drizzy. You
no
don't
matter the genre. No
You
matter
call
the
J. Cole.
genre.
no
You
matter
call
the
J.
genre,
Cole.
you call Wayne.
J. Cole
But
be dropping some fire features.
oh yeah, Cole has
Been dropping some stupid
smashing every
features.
feature verse he's been on.
He just did a feature with what's that dude, the Asian guy?
Yeah, the one of them BTS niggas probably.
That shit was
You know what I mean?
fire.
But you know, Drizzy would have made
He
it.
dropped a feature for Summer Walker.
Drizzy would have made that thing a global hit had he did it. I'm
It
just
was
saying.
a global hit. What you mean?
No, I only heard it that first week, and then I never heard it again.
It's crazy.
But before we get out of here,
You don't listen to K-pop.
yeah, I don't. I'm not a K-pop nigga. Like, I never will be. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
Versace?
I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, we didn't even know. Like that was Soulja Boy's song. Versace was Soulja Boy's song.
I don't think I know.
Yeah, I mean,
Do I know
that
I know
thing-
this song, but I don't know this
That
song.
thing.
That's the first time I ever heard the Migos was on Versace.
Yeah, Migos, like that was Soulja Boy's song. Migos hopped on it. Drake did a verse, and then we just completely said, "Yeah, I mean, this is Drake and Migos. Fuck Soulja Boy." You know what I mean? He made the song, he made the beat, but Drake hopped on it with the Migos, and it took off from there. You know what I mean? But
That's crazy to me.
let me get y'all this.
I mean,
oh no, go ahead.
Drake had it since the Lil Wayne said himself, "We gonna be all right if we put Drake on every hook." You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
just
He was right. You know what I mean? He was right. I mean, but let me get y'all this album of the week before we.
What about Ice Spice?
I mean, Ice Spice. She could, you know what I mean, because the Boys Are Liars is still going up right now.
Everybody listens to that song like it's her song.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The one thing I forgot to play, I just want to get everybody's opinion on real fast because I still do gotta hop on this podcast. But my man Meek Mill spoke recently. I just want to get everybody's thoughts about what he was saying, and I'll play it for you right here.
But you rap about that stuff. They actually pay us more when we rap about more ignorant stuff. So I make sure I even align and come on, talk on stages like this. But you guys, the NAACP, open up doors for people like me to be able to power forward, because the things that fund us, that don't power me forward. You know, I just make sure.
So basically, Meek was saying that, you know, the labels, the sponsors, whoever, pay rappers more to make music about the bullshit, the drugs.
Hasn't that always been the case?
The objectifying women. You know what I mean? So, you know, we already knew that was true because they've been saying it since the 90s. But, you know what I mean? You don't really see too many artists coming out publicly on the stage saying that. Like, listen, they literally pay me more to be ignorant. You know what I mean? Even though I would not like to be that, I mean, they pay me to do it, you know. But should more artists, the question I had was, should more artists be, you know, willing to say, hey, listen, this is what they paying me to do, but I really don't want to do that. I want to make this type of music. I want to promote this type of message. And would the fans actually adhere to that message? Would they, you know what I mean? Because if you rock with that artist, you should be able to rock with what they're trying to promote, right? That's just how
I mean, I feel like we get that in artists all the time because of, like, for instance, you sign a contract to like a record label and you have to put out this many records in your contract, and you do that so that you can make a name for yourself, and it's under the guidelines of the music that they want. And then when that artist finally breaks free from that and they're allowed to make their own type of music, it seems like their fan base does not follow them. Like, oh, I don't like the music that they're making no more. Like, you're not the audience that they're trying to seek anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I respect Meek for being brave enough to do it, but I mean, yeah, like that, it literally gets less promotion in general, when you're speaking a positive message, like yeah, it's at a point where you literally have to choose between either, know, be getting the full support of a record company or speaking on what you want to do. And honestly, like all I was saying, like most artists don't get a chance to do that how they want to until they get out of their first or second contracts.
But yeah, more artists definitely need to speak out on this. Also, I like it when artists, for me personally, take control of their music and actually give us the music that they want us to listen to and not what the label thinks I want to hear. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So, you know, make sure you put out that music that actually inspires you. You know what I mean? Because your real fans, your core fans, is definitely going to fuck with it at the end of the day. Because that's what drew us to you in the first place before you got signed. Like, you know what I mean? You was making music that you was passionate about, that you loved, that, you know what I mean? So continue to do that. You know what I mean? Don't let the labels dilute your product. You know what I mean? But, you know, before we get out of here, let me give y'all this album of the week. You know what I mean? Where we at? Hold on. Get this banner up. Your album of the week is Summer's Mine by my boy Babyface Ray. Shout out to Detroit. But you know what I mean, that's your album of the week. Summer's Mine, Babyface Ray. The joint just dropped, I think like last week or 2 weeks ago. But yeah, Summer's Mine, Babyface Ray. Make sure y'all go check that out. That's the album of the week. You know what I mean, I feel like I have not stared y'all wrong yet with any song of the week, album of the week, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? So, you know, just check it out. Babyface Ray, Summer's Mine. That's your album of the week. And we'll be back next week with album reviews. You know what I mean? We got Travis Scott, Coil Ray, Gunna, Lil Uzi, and Killer Mike. We'll be reviewing those albums. And then the 17th, we got an interview. Shout out to Roxy Hayes. And then after that, the tournament. You know. Matter of fact, no. On the 24th, we got another interview. Shout out my guy, Logan Rashawn, who was just on Welcome to Hollywood with us. You know what I mean? We're going to interview him. He just dropped a project early on the 30th, and he's dropping another project at the end of the month. So, I mean, we're going to talk to him, see what he got going on. And then the vocalist tournament will resume. You know what I mean? The final
We're gonna
four:
get it done.
Beyonce,
Y'all really dragging.
Whitney, Luther, Mariah Carey. That's your final four. Those are left. You know what I mean? But I am the sensei of the Blur Cartel, Hollywood Sensei. The Riz of the Vaz, the Riz Kage, no Riz, no reward, all that. You know what I mean? Make sure you go hit up that Instagram page, Blurred Beats. You know what I mean? I got some posts up there right now for you to check out. You know what I mean? Go check that joint out. You know what I mean? But follow the Blurred Beats Instagram page. I mean, it's gonna be more content coming in the future. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all check that out. I might even probably cook up a Blurred Beats Facebook page as well. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all you go check that out. But yeah, Blurred Beats, we're gonna have some more of that, and then we're also gonna be giving you Blurred Beats artist spotlight, where we're gonna take some, artists within the Blur community that's making music, and we're gonna, let you know what they're doing. Check them out. You know what I mean? But yeah, Blurred Beats. Shout out to blurred.com, Blurred Official. You know what I mean? We out here making moves.
Yes, sir.
But, we're gonna sign off, let them know where to find y'all before we get up out of here.
No.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Lala. It's a random. Don't forget to see. You guys can catch me on all social media platforms at Lala. It's so random. Again, you guys can catch me tomorrow night on the Honey and Cocoa podcast. Where we'll be back. We'll be doing a DreamCon recap, and we also have a special guest. And I think we're dropping a flyer tonight, so I don't know if it's a secret or not. So, but yeah. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. I mean, Coco back.
And I'm your boy, the Luge V. Check me out on Facebook and the Bird Approved Entertainment Facebook page, Facebook group. Posting out of there all the time. So check me out on bird.com. We got articles coming there all the time, and we got some special guests coming to some stuff soon as well. I'm not gonna put the names out there yet, just because you got to still get it confirmed. But we made a lot of good connections at DreamCon, so we're gonna try to start getting some of those guests in here too.
All right, and we are the What It Sound Like podcast. This has been another episode. We are back next week. Album reviews. I'm gonna let y'all know how I feel about this Travis Scott. How I feel about this Gunna album, Coil Ray, Lil Uzi. We're gonna tap into that, see if those are some good projects. I've been hearing some very mixed reviews on this Utopia. But we're gonna get it.
All the mixed reviews on Utopia. So,
But we'll let you know what it sound like. Thanks. And we will see y'all next week. My boy Zell Nobel should be back in the house next week. Conman should be back in the house. Mallory should be back in the house. So, we'll see what's going on. And we will see y'all next week. We out.